Um, Hi, my name is Angela Roa. I belong to the Academy Piensa en Inglés and I am in sixth level. Have you ever wondered that it would be like to be in a paranormal place where you feel like all you want is to be in bed with a teddy bear? Or what would it feel like to be the one in charge of guarding a place where you are obviously not alone? Well, in our country, it is more than possible, since you may have once been a few kilometers from this place. So, next I will talk about the five most terrifying places in our country, Colombia. First, we have the hotel called El Salto del Tequendama. Founded in 1923 and located on the Bogota River, it was a mansion that represented the upper part of society in the 1920s. It is said that this place attracts suicidal thoughts in people, as there was a time when people committed suicide on a daily basis. For this reason, some people call it the Lake of the Dead. They tell the story that a nun died in an accident in the last century. Witness to this was Mr. Francisco Wakanemi, who reported that one night there was like a chilling silence and a woman whispered his name. It was this same nun who walked into the darkness. There are some images. Okay, we continue with the Central Cemetery of Bogota. It was founded in 1832 and is located in Los Mártires, Bogota. On its cover is Cronus, the god of the time, or something else, with the phrase, "We await the resurrection of the dead." Some people say that this message can be like apocalyptic. Um, Witnesses say that things such as witchcraft, apparitions, and cults of the dead are practiced there. The guards who have worked in the cemetery tell of a common scenario at night in Bogota, in which they see a 15-year-old girl whom they say was cruelly murdered. One of them said, "Luckily, it was white because when they are black, they are bad." There is also the testimony of a worker at this cemetery named Alexander Galindo, who said, "I saw a black shadow, an evil spirit. In my life, I have been working here since I was just 8 years old. I had never seen anything like it. It is something that happens at the speed of light and heat. Then he climbs like an animal up the wall and disappears." Okay, we have a municipality, Armero. Armero was a municipality that suffered a huge tragedy caused by the eruption of the Riz volcano on Wednesday, November 13, 1985, leaving just approximately 25,000 victims and an entire municipality destroyed, completely destroyed. Okay, it is said that what caused this tragedy was a curse caused by a bishop, were in the midst of impotence for the murder of an innocent priest. He blames an entire town for this and curses it. 37 years later, this disaster happens. In addition, the father of Ivan Duque, the current president of Colombia, um, uh, yes, the father of Ivan Duque, is considered the main person responsible for this tragedy because at the time he was the Minister of Mines and Energy and didn't respond to the alarms. Okay, one of the deaths that marked the country the most was the death of Mayra, a 12-year-old girl who was trapped in the rubble of the flood and who, before the helpless gaze of all, including the relief agencies that could do nothing, against for 3 days, no hours, no minutes, 3 days, talking about her dreams and her will to live. On this slide, you can see some images of the girl Omaira hours before she died. Okay, Armero has become a destination for those who want to live paranormal experience because there is no person who has visited this place and doesn't say that they witnessed it, felt, or ended up fleeing from the place due to the fear that invited them. There are many souls who make you feel. Some even wonder if the person they saw, greeted, or spoke to was alive or a spirit. Okay, we continue with the Bronx. The Bronx was located in Bogota between calles 9 and 10 and carreras 15 and 15A. This is a place that used to be residential but suffered terrible deterioration during the 20th century. So, 20th century. Okay. During an investigation of this place, they commented that the sensations in the Bronx are indescribable, completely indescribable, are so heavy. The sadness that overwhelms is shocking, the energy load is heavy, and this is simply due to the degradation of the human being who live there. It is said that oh, people were put in bins full of acid. Okay, acid, no water, acid. So as not to leave any evidence. They also had 2 meter long crocodile as a pet. No a chicken, no a dog or a cat or rabbit. They had a 2 meter long crocodile as a pet. And it was in charge of eating the remains of people. Okay, the Cibate Psychiatric Hospital has an original name that is Julio Manrique Neuropsychiatric Hospital. It was founded in the late 1930s, and some of its security guards say that on their nightly round they could hear huge, raucous laughter that later ended in tears and laments. Mm. Professionals say that in this place live spirits that have not been able to transcend due to the psychic state they had in their earthly life. Many of them because of the drugs administered in the process of their illness, they have not even realized that they died, even they think they are alive. Even the well know they are here program that was shown on the RCN channel used this hospital as the main object of one of its investigations. The video is on the internet, obviously. There you will be able to confirm how terrifying this place is and how tricky it can be. Although each of the stories of this place can give you goosebumps, we can't deny how interesting they are and that at some point you will feel that you want to visit one of them. To end my exposition, I would like to thank you for your attention and ask you which of the places I spoke about would you like to go? Thank you.